Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Notice anything different? I have a new background. Well, I mean new to you guys, not new to me. This is just my guest bedroom. I did spruce it up a bit. Like it was, those flowers weren't always there. Those were downstairs. So I made it a little bit prettier for you guys. But yeah, I have a new setup, I have a new light, so hopefully the like my coloring looks as it looks to you guys like how it looks to me and like other people in the world. But I'm also, my goal for this video is to keep it under, well, definitely under 50 minutes, because I'm so sorry. I know my last two videos were long as hell, and honestly, like, I know no one wants to sit and listen to anyone, especially me, like, talk for 50 minutes about makeup and then just random crap while doing makeup. So, to solve this issue, I'm going to start doing, I'm shooting for twice a week. So, dropping a video on Tuesday, well, this one and then the other two have been all tutorials. They probably won't be tutorials every single week on Tuesdays, but, you know, I'll try to mix it up. And then on probably Saturdays, doing like a how-to day. And, you know, just doing specific things like how to contour, how to, I can't think of things now, how to fill in your eyebrows, how to apply false lashes, you know, just different how-tos of makeup or even specific beauty, you know, skincare stuff. And that'll be my target on those days. And if it's not, you know, every single Saturday, it'll definitely be separate, so that when I do my full-on tutorials, it can just be, you know, mostly focusing on my eye look and then being like, oh, this is the foundation I use, this is the blush I use, this is, you know, showing you what products I use, but I don't have to show you how to do it, because if you don't know how to do it, I can just reference those other videos. So that's my goal. Hopefully it will drastically cut down time, because as I was saying, my goal for today's tutorial is to definitely be under 50 minutes. I'm shooting for 20, but I would be happy with under 30. So that is the goal today. So if you want to see how I did this look, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I already have my primer on, and I went ahead and used the Urban Decay Primer Potion, same one I always use. And I'm going to go in, this is by Makeup Revolution London. It is the Rose Gold Chocolate Palette. I'm pretty sure it's a dupe for the, I think it's Too Faced Melted Chocolate Rose Gold, because they have like the chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, gold chocolate, all that kind of stuff. I think this is a dupe for the same palette. And this is just what the inside looks like, all the pretty colors. It's pretty red base, which means colors are going to be a little bit hard to build and blend, but that's alright. And for my base, I'm just going to go in with this color right here, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And I'm going to try to keep this tutorial super short for you guys. So this is mostly, I'm just going to do my eye makeup, and then I'm going to go off screen, do my face makeup, and eyeliner, and all that stuff. And then, should I face this way? Probably. And then, I'll just, I forget what I was saying. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I hate when I do that. But, yeah, I'll go off screen, do pretty much the rest of my makeup, and show you the finished look, so that it's not a 50-minute tutorial like all the other ones have been, which I'm really sorry about. And then I'm going to go in with this like mauve pink color right there. And if I like the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes, but I'm telling you guys, like buy the palette and then swatch them, like when you get in your car, first thing when you get home, because the colors do not show up swatched like they do in the palette. That's probably my like biggest complaint with them, is that they don't show up the same. And I'm just gonna put that, it's gonna be my transition color, so I'm just gonna put that all in my crease, and like up above my crease, like up to my brow bone. And then I'm going to take like this dark red color right there, which it doesn't show up like that on the skin, which is why I'm saying make sure you, and I'm going to take that same kind of brush. It just looks like that. This is just a brush I got in with a palette, but it just looks like that. It's kind of like a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit more precise, so it's not going to go all over. It's going to be a little bit more, there's going to be a little bit more precision to it when you're using it. And I'm just going to put that right by where that transition color is. I'm still kind of getting used to this setup and how I should be like holding my palette and where I should be facing. I'm going to pop it a little bit into that V, just so that when I have everything on later, it blends nicely. Alright, and then I'm going to, still using this brush, but I'm going to wipe off that color. And it's probably the best, I don't know, $5 I've ever spent. It's from Sephora, and it's the Sephora Color Switch, and it's just like, you open it, it's a little tin, and there's like this little spongy kind of thing, and you can just literally like wipe your brush on there. I mean, it's not like, obviously you still need to wash your brushes, you know, every so often, but this is good for if you want to use the same brush, but using different colors and stuff, to just get that color off of that brush. See, it's all nice and no dark red. I'm going to go back in with that transition color right there, and just kind of blend this out some more, just like to get rid of any harsh edges or anything, because when you're doing a look like this, like, I mean, really when you're doing any makeup look, but especially a look like this, you want to blend, 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 blend. Alright, and then, I'm going to take like this, what color was it? Like this brown color right here, and I'm going to pop that into my outer V. It's not dark enough for, like, you know, usually I'll do like a black or a really dark brown. It's not dark enough for that, but it is kind of like a nice, almost like a transition color, I guess, but not really. This is like see, it goes on kind of like a reddish brown color. I'm going to pop that right there. And then I'm actually going to, for my outer V, I'm going to be using a different palette, just because that one doesn't really have any colors dark enough for what I want to do in that outer V. So I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I've had this forever, and I'm going to be taking this like dark, like this dark purple color right there. You can use any color. Like, I tried it with black and brown and it just wasn't my favorite, so, and then I did it with this purple color and I liked it more. And I'm just going to take that and pop it into my outer V. This color is aubergine, it's really dark purple. That's the color. And like I said, I'm just going to pop that into my outer V. And since the other colors don't really want to blend, I'm just really going to have to build up that purple. Like, this purple is really well pigmented, but the other colors don't blend very well, so I'm just going to have to build it up. mirrors over there, so. Do you like this new setup, you guys? I'm, like, behind me. This is in my guest room. I think I'm liking it so far. My only issue is I have a new light so that you guys can see me a little bit better. My coloring's a little bit more accurate, but the issue is this is LED, so if I turn on my overhead light or if I use my lamp like I had in the bathroom for the last 2 videos, since the light bulbs are different, and then it throws off my coloring. So really the only time I can film right now until I get different light, until my cheap ass goes and buys new light bulbs, is I have to open up the window. So I have that natural lighting and it looks good, but the moment that sun goes down, I was trying to film last night, it looked like I was filming like in a war zone. It was bad, you guys. Like, so I have that done, so I'm gonna wipe off that dark color because I do not want that showing up again. And then I'm gonna take that same brush and go in with that same transition color right there. And again, just blend out those lines, like those edges. And I'm actually going to define my crease, so I'm going to pop on some more of that red color that I had put in my crease. I'm going to pop some more of that, and don't worry if you start covering up whatever color you use in your outer V, because we're going to go over it later and fill it in, or like, you know, touch it up again. Alright, and then I'm actually going to define that crease by putting some concealer on my lid. And to do that, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. And what you want to do is, I just take it and I need some more, and I'll just like put it right on my hand. Like I get a decent amount, put it right on my hand like that. And then I'm going to take this really flat brush. This is from a set I got from CVS. They're not my favorite, or Walgreens, whichever one it was. It's just a little kind of like flat brush like that. This isn't just an eyeshadow brush. It's just really like small and precise like that. And I'm just going to like get it in the concealer really well. Really well. I never really learned which one is the correct usage, but anyway, and I'm just gonna go on my lid, and you want to be really careful because, you know, you don't want to cover up too much. And I'm just gonna kind of cut out that crease. And for those of you who don't know, your crease is where your eyeball kind of bends into where, not where, like, because your brow bone starts right here, and your crease is, like, right here. But you can feel where it's at, like, when you're doing your makeup. It's just kind of where your eyeball goes in the most, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I actually went a little bit higher than I wanted it to go, but that's okay. I have pretty small eyes, so I don't do this too often, but I was just thinking for a pretty dramatic look like this, like, if you're going to do a dramatic look, like, you want it to look dramatic, so I thought this would be a good idea. And this is my favorite, this is my favorite concealer in general, but especially, you know, to do stuff like this, or like, highlighting, contouring, this is just like the best concealer. Probably not like, you know, if you're just using it to cover up a blemish, like I do use it for that, but it's not like ideal. And then you just kind of want to go to where you've started that outer V, which is why I said don't worry if you cover it up when you were redoing your crease, because we're gonna have to go in and touch that up. And with this palette specifically, these colors, I don't really want to call them like sparkle, like actual like glitter, but they're kind of between a shimmer and a glitter, and I was trying to pick them up with my brush and it just wasn't working great, so I found just using my fingertips works way better. And so I'm going to go in with this color right here, like this pinky shimmer color. And I'm going to get it on my fingertip. And I'm just going to pat it onto my eyelid. And I'm only going to pat it on about half of my eyelid, like going into that purple color I put into my outer V. And then up to where that crease is, and I'll touch that up a little bit later. You want to make sure you get down to, you know, your lash line and get up to your crease. And then I'm going to grab a makeup remover wipe off my finger. You guys should always have makeup remover wipes on you when you're doing your makeup. They're lifesavers. And probably tissues too, because to dry your finger off after you wipe it off with the makeup remover. And then I can't decide which color I want to use. If I want to use like this more like, I guess it's more like kind of like a coppery gold color, if you can, that light. Or like if I want to use this like pure gold color. I'm going to go with like the coppery color. So I'm going to go in with this color right here. And again, just wipe my finger on it. And that I'm going to put it in my inner crease, or my inner lid. And then like blending into that pink. And if you can't cover up, because I have pretty fat fingers, so if you can't cover up all where you put that concealer, that's fine. Like the brush, or brushes will pick up some of these, but it's just easier to generally go in with your fingers and apply it like that. Wipe off my finger again. It's a lot of wiping and stuff. And then I'm going to go back in with that pink color. I'm going to pat it over again. Now that I know which color I use, I can keep going back and forth between fingers. And then I'm not really like swiping it, I'm patting it on, but then I'm kind of like pat swiping, I guess, into that pink to kind of blend that some more. And then I'm going to take a precision shadow brush, and I'm going to go in with that gold color that I was using, just to get it in where I had been putting that concealer, or where I had put that concealer, and then to kind of just blend it into that pink. And this is going to have a lot of fallout, you guys. This is why I don't normally do my foundation before I do eyeshadow, because anytime you're messing with shimmer, like anything pretty sparkly, you're going to have fallout. Or even just some shadows in general. Some shadows just have a lot of fallout. And I'm just building that up because, like I said, this is a pretty dramatic look. And then I'm going to take, a, just like a fluffy brush and just kind of blend it. Alright, there we go. And now, I'm going to take a crease brush. And this looks like that. It has like that point. Ignore the ink on my hand. This looks like that. I've used this before. And I'm going to go in with that red because I'm not going back in with that fluffy brush because that's going to spread down into the sparkle. This is going to be a little bit more precise, just to cover up where that shimmer's gone. And then I'm going to grab that first brush that I was using again, so just like a more like a precise fluffy brush. I'm going to take that transition color again, right there, and just blend it out. what you might want to do is, now that you have the base on, you can go back in and kind of add to that, those sparkle colors, because like I said, it was just really getting it on a bigger area with the brush. It was so difficult that I was just like, screw it, and I went with the more, with my fingers, because I was able to pat it on. So if you do go back in with a brush to, you know, kind of build it back up again, pat it on. Don't try to swipe it, pat it on. I'm going to go back in with that purple color to just deepen that outer V that we had. I don't even know why I used that brown color. I think that was a different look I was going to do, that I was going to use that brown color for, because it did nothing. Like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy, you guys. I'm sorry. One of these days I'm going to get it, I promise. I don't know why I'm breaking out across my forehead, too. Alright, so there you go. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. I might build up the speckles on this one. Put on my face, fill my brows, all that stuff, and then I'll show you guys my bottom. I'm just gonna do my top liner, and then I'll show you guys how I'm gonna do my bottom liner too. So, be right back in a hot second. I'm using the, can't really see it because that, shoot, okay, there we go. I'm using the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. It's medium to full coverage, oil free. I know I'm a little late to the party with this, but let me try to sort that out again. But I thought I'd give it a try. And I'm also using Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. This is in the color Sunkissed. I got this from Ulta, I think. I think this might have been limited edition, so they might not have this anymore, but it's like a, I feel like it kind of has a reddish tint to it, but I don't know. Alright, yeah. I had to turn on some lights because the sun's going down and it's getting dark in here, but I needed some lighting because I look fine on camera, but when I'm doing my makeup, I can't see anything, so I had to put that on. And this is a Valentine's Day look, so I'm going to be using the NARS Orgasm blush, because here's to hoping, girls. Happy Valentine's Day. Treat yourself. Oh my god, I hope my grandma doesn't see this. And I'm going to be using the Becca highlighter, and this one's in Champagne Pop. It's the Becca and Jaclyn Hill highlighter that I've used it before. And I'm just going to take like a basic little, you know, flathead brush like that. I'm going to pop this highlighter into that, you know, just under my arch. Not that I have much of one, but just under there. And then since I have no arch, I'm going to highlight. I'm going to use the other end, which is like this fluffy end. I'm going to highlight up here as well, just so that it looks like I have a bit more of an arch. And I've said before, like, my eyebrows are not even related. They're more like best friends in junior high who sometimes coordinate their outfit. Right now, so for my bottom lash line, I'm gonna get a flat definer brush. This is my Sigma flat definer brush, E15. It looks like that. And I'm going to take that dark purple that I put on my outer V. Again, like, if not assuming everyone has this palette. So whatever color you use for the outer V, I preferred it with that dark purple. So like if you use a dark purple, we're just gonna get it on the brush like so. I'm trying to like, I'm doing it on the edges kind of. And then we're gonna go right on the lash line. And we're not gonna drag it because then you're gonna get a lot of fallout. We're just gonna kind of like tap and drag. And for my upper eyeliner, I just used my Bobbi Brown long wear black gel eyeliner. And I actually put it like under there. It gives it a more like a more sharper look. I learned that from Jaclyn Hill. Actually, I don't know where I learned that from. I feel like I knew that beforehand, but I know I was watching one of her videos, and it was like this one where she was watching her first ever video, and she had mentioned it in her first ever video. And then we're going to kind of like bring it down, so we're going to smoke out that look a bit. And you know me, I like to go, so this is when we're going to drag it a bit more, but very carefully, because again, like I said, we want to watch out for fallout. I like to smoke it out to like right about the middle of my eye, so right there. And then kind of just like blend it in. And then what I'm going to do, just to add some, just for funsies, I'm going to go in with that crease brush, my MAC either 219 or 210. I think it's 219. But the crease brush that looks like that, I'm going to go back in with that red color that had popped into my crease. And I'm just going to kind of put it underneath that purple. But just like kind of right there. I'm not going to bring it all the way across. You can bring it all the way across. I just personally don't want to. Alright, I'm going to pop on some lashes, and then I will come back on, do my lipstick real quick, and show you guys. Excuse me, I'm sitting all weird. I'm sorry guys, I'm all discombobulated. Alright, but like I said, I'm going to pop on some lashes, and then I'll come back on and do my lips, and then that'll be it. So, 1 second. Alright, so I've done my lashes, and I actually did go back in there with, like under my eye with the like banana colored face powder from in the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, the light to medium. And I did go under my eyes a bit because they were creasing. This eye's still creasing, so I'm still not crazy about that foundation yet, you guys. And then I did put on my eyelashes. Ignore this one, these are old lashes and they're starting to stick together. I do need a new set. And then I did go in there with like what is it, my Thrive Cosmetics Brilliant Eye Brightener in Stila. And this light is throwing everything off. But I did go in there and just do it on the inner parts of my eye. And so I'm going to be using Hikari. I think that's how you say it, Hikari. In Merlot, and it's a lip gloss. But it's like, it is sticky like lip gloss, which kind of sucks, especially if it's Valentine's Day and you're looking to get frisky. But this is like my favorite cranberry colored cranberry colored lip product ever. I feel like it's not too dark, because since I'm so fair skinned, and since I feel like just since I'm so fair skinned, not that it applies to everyone, but darker lip colors do show up more prominent on me, and I'm not in love with my lips, so I don't really like to highlight them a whole lot, so I don't really wear too many dark colors, but I do like this color. So sorry, I just have to focus on my face again. So this is what I'm going to be using. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Again, like obviously you can do, if you don't like that purple, you can do a darker color, or you like black, or you could do brown, or you know, whatever you want. I didn't contour, I just what's the word I'm looking for? My brain isn't working anymore. I I bronzed. I just used bronzer and then obviously blush and highlighter, but I didn't do a full contour. Personally, I feel like if you do this look, it would be really good with like a either all black outfit or just like especially like a black top. Usually I don't look great with my hair up. Like, I mean, this is just my personal opinion, just because I tend to have like a more round face, and I like my hair down to kind of frame my face. But when you're doing a more dramatic look like this, you can work it with your hair up, especially for those girls who can wear their hair up with no makeup or anything and, you know, look like they just walked off a runway. And if you can't, it's fine. I feel you, sister, because I can't at all. You can do, I mean, there's so many things you can do with this look. This is just kind of what I threw together. So again, this is my Valentine's Day smoky eye look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more like it, let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this one. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Maybe I'll see you Saturday. Maybe. Not sure. Keep it classy. I'm working on my winking. Keep it classy, guys. Bye.